What if I told you that behind the chilling story of Hill House lies a tale rooted in reality? A story so terrifying that it's been whispered about for generations. This is not just a work of fiction, this is based on real events. Get ready to explore the dark corridors of a house that holds more secrets than its walls could ever contain. Hill House, an old mansion nestled deep in the countryside, is infamous for its unsettling history. Built in the late 19th century by a wealthy but troubled family, the house quickly became a beacon for tragedy. From unexplained deaths to mysterious disappearances, Hill House's reputation grew as a place where the living were not the only inhabitants. But this isn't just about ghost stories. It's about the people who lived, or should I say, survived there. People like Abigail Crane, the daughter of the original owner. She was a child when her family moved into Hill House, but she never left. Even after death, her presence was felt by those who dared to step inside. Witnesses claim that Abigail's spirit still wanders the halls, her footsteps echoing through the silence. Some say they've heard her humming a lullaby late at night, while others have seen her ghostly figure staring from the upstairs windows. But who was Abigail, and why does she haunt the house to this day? Abigail was the youngest of the Crane family. Her life was cut short under mysterious circumstances. Some say it was an accident. Others whisper it was something far more sinister. But what is known for sure is that her death marked the beginning of a long string of tragedies that would plague Hill House. Shortly after Abigail's death, the Crane family began to unravel. The patriarch, Hugh Crane, became obsessed with the house, convinced that it was a living entity that needed to be tamed. His obsession drove him to madness, and eventually, he too met a grim fate within the house's walls. It didn't take long before rumors spread like wildfire. People in the nearby town began to avoid Hill House, convinced that it was cursed. The few who dared to visit reported eerie occurrences, doors slamming shut on their own, cold spots that would freeze you to the bone, and whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. One of the most chilling stories involves a group of paranormal investigators who spent the night in Hill House. They were experienced, skeptically used to debunking tales of the supernatural. But what they encountered there left them shaken to their core. During their investigation, the team reported seeing shadows moving on their own, objects being flung across rooms, and, most disturbingly, a sense of being watched. One investigator claimed to have felt a cold hand grasp his shoulder, only to turn around and find nothing there. They captured F. recordings electronic voice phenomena that seemed to be Abigail's voice, calling out for her mother. The investigators left Hill House the next morning, refusing to speak about what had happened in detail, but their silence spoke volumes. Whatever they experienced that night was enough to convince them that Hill House was not just another old building, it was something far more dangerous. The house continued to change hands over the years, each owner leaving sooner than the last, unable to cope with the unexplainable events that plagued them. Today, Hill House stands empty, a monument to the fear it instills. Locals refuse to go near it, and those who do, often don't return the same. But the story of Hill House doesn't end there. Some believe that the house is a portal to another world, a gateway for spirits trapped between life and death. Others think it's a manifestation of the Crane family's collective grief and madness, a physical embodiment of their torment. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: Hill House is a place where the line between the living and the dead is dangerously thin. So, what do you think? Could it be that the tales of Hill House are more than just ghost stories? Or is there something even darker at play? The next time you hear about an old, abandoned house, you might want to think twice before stepping inside. Because sometimes, the walls really do talk. and you might not like what they have to say. If this story gave you chills, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales. And don't forget to check out our other videos, there's always another story waiting to be uncovered. Also, follow the links in the description for more eerie content and updates on our latest uploads. Stay curious, stay safe, and whatever you do, stay out of haunted houses.